How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel Famous Mex. Here we are again. It's the off season. You know what that means. That means somebody was crowned finals champion. Before I go on with the video, make sure you like and subscribe. I'm going to be bringing bangers week after week. I'm going to be trying to post some NFL stuff, some stuff about the Bears, some stuff about the Bulls. You know, it's off season time, so we got all the speculation here coming up. I am planning on doing a draft lottery video coming up very soon, so stay tuned for that. It's gonna be great. I haven't done one in a while, and I always have fun making those, doing the research for it. You know, everybody pretty much knows it's a stacked draft, so we really want to go ahead and make that video right here. Let's get started though. So the Knicks are your 2026 world champions for basketball, the NBA. We all know how that went, but let's go back in time a little bit. Here we are. The Spurs have just been crowned the Western Conference Finals champion. High off vibes and emotion. They don't even know what to do next. Wemby's over there crying on the sideline. We got the whole team full of joy. They're over there laughing up next to the reporter. You know, the world is their oyster at this point. They're ready to take over. They think it's their time. They think they're ready. Well, the Knicks are lurking, and the Thunder, they put up a good fight. They were up and down, and especially that last game, Game 7 for them, they were right at their throat. But hey, the better team prevailed. But honestly, let's be honest. If the Thunder went through all the way to the finals, do you not think that would have been a good matchup for the Knicks? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, you got some good scoring guards on the Spurs, sure. You got Castle, you got Harper. Harper played great this series, but you got Shai Gilgeous, and you got their bench. They're lethal. Bench out there for the Spurs, they weren't really doing anything except for Harper. But the bench for the Thunder, imagine the Thunder in the finals against the Knicks. You really think it would have only been 5 games? That series would have at least been 7. Come on. But anyway, Spurs high off emotion. They think they're ruling the world right now. They think, hey, this is an easy path. We got the Knicks coming up. That's no problem. But you know how it happens. You overestimate. You get too high off vibes for a second. It happens. But how did the Spurs get here? What was going on? You know, that high of emotions, they're riding that high after that Thunder win. They think that's their championship already. They're over there crying. And yeah, it's Wemby's first time in the postseason. But Wemby, what happened? You were out there getting bullied by Cat. And let me chill a little bit. I don't want that Spurs fan to come knocking at my door. He's gonna come through here like a bulldozer. I don't know, bro. He was beating those people up. I'm a little bit scared. What's Mitch Johnson got them boys feeling like? He's got them feeling like Gen Z Draymond and Gen Z Bruce Bowen. Look at Stephon Castle with that elbow right there, throwing it to Brunson. Just dropping him to the ground. A little bit of a flop there by Brunson, but man, those elbows look like Bruce Bowen out there. Gen Z. He's got Wemby out there like Gen Z Draymond, throwing elbows left and right, pushing Brunson down, throwing an elbow at Cat. I mean, not letting players land. I will say though that physicality was definitely refreshing to see in the finals. I liked that hand checking. I liked that defense being played out there. They were playing a little rough. Both teams, they're out there throwing hooks at each other on rebounds. They were giving each other so many loose ball fouls. I did like to see it though. And look, don't get me wrong, the Spurs will probably be back there again. I can see them being back in the finals. I can see Wemby out there being in the finals for sure. He's a great player, and his skill set is unmatched. I mean, 7'5", you got him playing out there like Hakeem on some possessions and KD on the others. But I will say he needs to tone down those 3-point shooting whenever his team is down. Because Wemby, yeah, he can get a shot over anybody, but he's not that adept of a 3-point shooter yet to where he can be chucking those up. And especially at the end of a game when you're starting to lose that lead, because that Knicks team, On the broadcast, they said it best. They're an old team. They got that experience. For some reason, at the beginning of the game, they come out there, they're dragging, they're letting 20-point leads come up, and then that inexperience by the Spurs starts knocking at the door. They start losing that lead, and the Spurs, they start losing it. And the Knicks come back from behind. They start taking that lead because they got that experience. They've been through games like this before. They were the team that did it most in the postseason. They were coming back from leads like this against the Cavs. And, it's just something that comes with experience. They're going to learn. Like in this interview right here where Wemby says that it's the biggest learning experience of his life, that he learned so much from it. The whole team did. Because, it's difficult. It's difficult to watch your lead evaporate. But it's also a game of runs. That's what basketball, especially in the NBA it is. Teams are going to go up, and just as quickly as they go up, that team's going to go back down. They're going to regress. So they're going to regress back to the mean. And, I can definitely see the Spurs back here. I can see Wemby back here. But I know one thing for damn sure is De'Aaron Fox, after that Game 4 blunder at the end, De'Aaron Fox is not going to be on that Spurs finals team. I heavily doubt it, unless they can't trade him, unless they don't get anything back for him, or teams don't want him. I don't know if another team's going to want him after that. Not a competitive team. Watching him evaporate like that in the finals. And I was rooting for him. I was rooting for the Spurs the whole way. So I'm a little sad to see it. I know it seems like I've been hating on him a little bit, but I was rooting for that team. I really like Wemby. He's the young GOAT. He'll be there. He'll be up on that pedestal one day, but it's just a learning experience for him. And after all that, I hope you guys like and subscribe. Bring those comments to me, even hate comments. I don't care. Bring up that engagement. I know a lot of Spurs fans are going to be a little bit salty just how I've been talking about the Spurs, but you guys got a good team. I mean, Wemby's first time in the postseason, already in the finals? That's crazy. That's really good. And all the games were close. It just comes down to those few mental mistakes. With experience, he'll be there. He'll get to that mountaintop one day. He'll get that finals. I mean, he's slated to be the next best thing since LeBron. So he'll be there again. He's had a great career so far, and I'm sure it'll just get better from here. But he's really got to decide that one last thing. Do you want to be like Hakeem, or do you want to be like KD, or do you want to be somewhere in the middle? And honestly, being somewhere in the middle, that'll be the best path for him. Just stop chucking those threes up at the end of the game, man. All right, guys, have a good one. I'll be back with that draft lottery soon. I love making those. Peace.